Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Wednesday, January 25th.
Deputies handled almost 900 calls for service. They conducted 114 traffic stops.
Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley says one of the most egregious cases they handled this weekend was a road rage incident in which Keith Pilati of Jacksonville was charged.
The individual ordered the other driver to pull over. This elderly gentleman did, and the driver that felt he had been aggrieved got out and pushed him to the ground, injuring him, and then fled the scene. Using our real-time crime center and other tactics, we were able to locate the individual and arrest him for battery on an individual 65 years of age or older.
Staley says they also dealt with a rash of car break-ins at a Palm Coast apartment complex located at Madison Green Circle and Tuscan Reserve Drive.
But through our real-time crime center, we have developed suspects and leads on these cases and have already recovered some of the stolen property, not only from our county, but in Daytona. This is a continuing investigation.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. Palm Coast is dealing with an increase in students experiencing homelessness and hunger.
Mayor David Alphin says the majority of students can't afford to buy lunch.
We have approximately just under 13,000 students in our school district enrolled, and over 7,000 students are participating in the reduced and free lunch program, which has qualifications in terms of income. Overall, 58% of our student enrollment, the kids, are enrolled in the program.
Grace Community Food Pantry leader Pastor Charles Solano says they've been helping around 400 Palm Coast students who are homeless.
Homeless is they're not necessarily living outside, but they're living in a place that's not their own, and it could be a car. And some of these kids were coming into the school with, unable to shower, and because of their condition, they were actually being bullied. So what we did is we jumped in and just started buying hygiene products in order to distribute to them, and that's helped a lot.
You can donate by going to gracecommunityfoodpantry.com. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Rich Petchke.
Flagler County is at full employment.
Unemployment is falling in Flagler County. In a surprising jobs report in December, unemployment dropped to 2.7%. Greg Blase, president and CEO of the Palm Coast Flagler Regional Chamber of Commerce, says that's a half percentage point drop from the month prior.
The surprising winter half-point reduction really highlights a strong state and local economy that's happening. The holiday shopping season saw Flagler County employers hiring more than we expected. A half-point drop in the unemployment rate is remarkable considering low consumer sentiment and historically high inflation. 2.7%, by the way, is the second lowest number we've had this year. We had 2.6% in the summer of 2022, and it's just absurdly low.
Blase expects less hiring in January and February, though the next jobs report isn't due out until March.
December's data release is a good opportunity to review what happened in terms of job creation for Flagler County in 2020. So we saw the following trends. The number of residents that are employed from December of 2021 to December of 2022 has risen by 1,823 residents. Our workforce has grown by approximately 1,700 residents in the past year. And there are 134 fewer residents receiving unemployment benefits than we saw a year ago. So all of these are numbers that are trending in the right direction.
From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Amy Cherry.
How does a junior in high school get help with his business?
Colin Breeze said he turns to his parents.
I definitely lean on my parents a lot for advice just because they obviously have more experience in the business world than I do. I definitely use them as a go-to for maybe different business questions or challenges that I may face.
Breeze and his mom were on a recent episode of the Business Report here on WNZF, and when it came time to fund Clevo Webb, his mom said it was a no-brainer.
I knew he could do it. I knew he was going to do it, and I knew he would have the passion and the care and the knowledge, the skill, the expertise, everything to do it, 100%.
Colin said that while he started out small, like many businesses, he plans to make it grow. The Business Report is on WNZF Saturday mornings at 10. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.